Hey everyone. Well, we're at 20 minutes before showtime. I hope everybody's getting ready. It's a very exciting night. Um, Thought I'd jump on here real quick, let everybody know that, hey, it's 20 minutes before showtime. If you have any questions, I just found out we need to have quite a few more subscribers. So, if you want to chat me on Instant Messenger, I will be more than happy to ask any questions you want on Instant Messenger. And I got a question. Um, will you for sure need me? Oh, that's a definitely. I have an actor that's asking me if I will need him in season 3, and that is a definite yes. You will definitely need. I will need you in season 3. I will do whatever I can to get you there. So, let's see here. Yes, I will be more than happy to do whatever I can to get you out there to help you with season 3. So, yeah, don't worry about that. I'll take care of you. I have a question. What made you come up with an idea for doing the show? I love mysteries. Um, there's also a lot of twists and turns in this show. Kind of based around on a lot of the other things that's going around. It has a lot to do with some of the slave trades that is a hot topic today. Um, some of it has to do with part of Kentucky's issue on dealing with some of the opiate trade lines that comes up from Florida to Georgia, Tennessee, to Kentucky. So it has some to do with it. And of course, what's a good mystery without a murderer too? So we have that in there as well. Um, how I came up with the show goes back to a ghost tour that I used to do here in Harrodsburg several years ago. And we were sitting around doing ghost tales one night. And one of the reenactors here from that area was telling a ghost tour of one of the coal mines down in that area. And they called it the Fifth Holler. Um, this is the same area that I said earlier that Loretta Lynn came from. And the hollers are where the coal mines were at. And the Fifth Holler happened to have a ghost tale that went with it. So I just kind of took the name, the Fifth Holler, and twisted it around and turned it into a drama mystery show. So that's how I came up with that tale. So that's where that came from. So that's how I came up with the title to the show, and that's where the idea came from. Was from some reenactor that came up to visit Harrodsburg for a Civil War reenactment that we had going on 5 years ago. Good question, though. Thank you. I have another question out there. Yes, most of the cast are locals. There are a few from this area that I live at. Everybody's a volunteer. That's another good question. Yes. We'll plan on doing at least another 2 to 3 more seasons, depend upon um, how many actors are willing to stay with us after this season. I know we are planning on a fourth at this point, and maybe fifth season, depending upon how well this seasons 3 and 4 go. Uh, so far, season 3's been kind of bumpy, but we're well into season 3 right now on writing it, and season 4 is starting to take shape already. So I've already got plans on season 4. I've already got people asking to be in season 4, and it's like, well, I'm still working on season 3, so there are plans for seasons 4 already too. So, um, yeah, so I'm looking at doing at least another season or 2. So that's a good question. Thank you. Yeah, we have a lot of our original cast that signed on with us 4 years ago are still with us. Um, we've lost some of our original cast. I think only maybe 3 of our original casts have left, and that's because they actually grew up and went to college. So that's the only ones that I've actually have left. A couple of cast members have left only because of conflicting schedules, but all of our original cast are still with us. Um, so that's good. We do have a very dependable cast, and they love doing the show. And everybody that has come on new to this season has really been fun to work with. We have a new detective this year. We have 2 new teenagers this year, 3 new teenagers this year we've brought on board, and they're fun. Uh, we have a new, let's see here, we have 2 new adults, 3 new teenagers, so all for season 3. And they're such a wonderful group to work with. So I'm looking forward to working more with them as the season progresses. So they're a great addition to the show. Thank you for asking that question. Now, all of our cast, no, we don't work at, we try to keep our cast as um, not long on their days. We primarily on weekends. We usually do a couple hours on a Friday because we travel from where we're at. It's about a 3-hour drive from where we're at to where they're at. We do most of our filming on a Saturday, and we try to get done before it gets dark. And then we might do a couple of hours on a Sunday, but that's it. We don't film any longer than that because like I said, most all of our cast are volunteers, so we try not to take too much of their weekend away from them, and we do pretty much a reasonable time because we know that they're volunteers and we don't want to take too much from them. Troy Burchett does our title song. He's a local. He's down from Prestonburg. He does the choreography for all of our fight scenes. Um, yeah, he wrote the song. He's very talented. He does the choreography for all of our fight scenes. He was just at the Kentucky State Fair. He spent 2 weeks there performing. If you was there, he's very talented in performing. He also has his own CDs. He has his own Facebook page. If you go to Troy Burchard on Facebook, you can be able to catch him there. Thank you for the question on that song. I wish I could think of it off the top of my head, but I didn't bring out my cheat sheet. No, I do all the script writing. I do the primary script writing, and then I have somebody else that looks over the script to make sure it flows pretty good. Now, we have parents or guardians on whenever we have anybody under the age of 18 on set with us at all times. Y'all are really asking some really good questions. Thank you. Let's see, we have about 7 minutes before the show starts. I want to get out of here before get off of here before it gets into the show. Does anybody else have any other questions? No, Raylan is not a real town in Kentucky. No, you're not going to find it. No, you're not going to find it on a map. It's not a real town. Where'd I come up with the name? That's an interesting question. Thank you for asking that. The name of Raylan, I happened to be in a restaurant with a friend, and the waitress behind the counter, that was her name. I said, "Oh, that's an interesting name." And she said, "Well, thank you." And I thought, "I'm going to name a town after you." And she just kind of smiled. And I said, "Seriously, I'm going to name a town after you." And that's where the name of Raylan came from, was from a waitress at a fast food chain restaurant. So that's how Raylan came about. She was always, I think it was at an Applebee's restaurant. I went there for lunch one day during work, and that's where Raylan came from. She was named after a waitress at an Applebee's restaurant, Raylan, because I like the name. We got 6 minutes to the show. Um, so no, the town that the show is filmed in is Paintsville, and in Paintsville, and Bandler, Kentucky. That's the actual names of the towns that we film in. So if let's see, in about 4 minutes, the show's going to start. Misspelled premiere on my chat, of course. Um, oh, looks like Dennis Court just signed on to YouTube. I was able to see you. Oh, good. Not sure how this is supposed to work. All right, 1 minute before the show starts. Thank you for joining us, Alicia, tonight. Hey, Ben. Oh, down to the final countdown, guys.
Okay, you're right. I didn't get it from Annie. I got it from Susie. She was the next best source.
Excuse me, but I'm not from here and have not heard the story about the kid caller, so I have not heard the story.
Okay, so we all know about the mine, long history, accident, explosion,
If I'm a smash of her, I don't like the
I'll just tell the history that's all right. I'll just tell the history that's back in 1946, there was a mine just there was a mine that had 48 mines underground.
scary, so I'm guessing 48 miles now past the Monica, stop being a jerk and let Charlie tell his story. No, I can't.
Anyway, before the mine caved in, the foreman was said to have seen a man that stood about 6 to 7 feet tall. At first, he thought the man was still alive and had escaped. But as the figure started to move, he let out a screech that made the foreman cover his ears and throw him down. That is when the foreman noticed the figure was almost transparent, and its eyes were a glowing flame. Then, just as the figure got close to him, it disappeared.
So what happened to 48 minutes?
They tried to rescue him 48 times. By the time the rescue team got down, they were horrified by what they saw.
What? Somebody behind us?
Now, by the time the rescue team reached the miners, they were horrified by what they saw. The miners' bodies were twisted like pretzels, and their faces were frozen in fear. Throughout the years, there have been many unexplained accidents of the line, causing the line to shut down, except for their home, with a 48
Now this is where Andy's.
Now this is where Andy's story starts. In 1966, the Soul Taker said he'd been seen inside the mines. The Hensley family had just sat down for dinner. A mine emergency whistle. Frank Hensley, Annie's father, heard the foreman of the first shift. When he heard the whistle go off, he immediately grabbed his laser, pickaxe, and shovel, and headed off the mines. Annie and Alan followed him behind him. He had just entered the mine when the next explosion went off. His father was dead.
That's so sad for Annie. No one watches the whole about her family.
Yes, but that's not all that happened that day. Annie and her brother were at the mouth of the mine when the second explosion happened. Rob, his fellow comrade, and officer, followed him on. When Annie came to, she played with the soul in the wall of the water.
Oh my god, I love this mom.
So, the legend has it, the Soul Taker comes to claim that he sold everything since the mine came in 1926. But Frank was the one soul who never died. So, if you're ever walking out by yourself at night near the calling, you'll see Frank Hensley ghost still running into that mine trying to save those who left the mine. And then suddenly, you'll hear the same emergency whistle Frank heard just before the Soul Taker appears.
Well, I guess that was alright, ghost story.
Hey, what's that over there?
Something over there. What are you trying to prove here, Charlie? What in the world was that? Oh my god, it's Frank Ghost! Oh my god,
Gotcha.
that was a great story. We got the lame food added to it.
That wasn't a lame move. I am a visionary.
I think you need to get your eyes checked.
It was better than that headless horseman story.
Hey, it's getting late. I'm gonna get going home. Sure, I trust you a lot more than someone using apps to help with your story.
Hey, it's just like Hollywood remaking all those old movies. Technology is amazing. Something ain't right. See the writing on the wall. I hear the bells. I close my eyes. Hear all I see. Your heartbeat voice. So it says to me that see the wall. Yeah, memories flow. Lord, it's so hard. Letting go. Lord, it's so hard. Lord, it's so hard. Letting go.
I had the crazy time at the bonfire last night. I've been so blessed to meet you and Susie ever since my dad and I moved down here. Yeah, me too. We have so much in common. We like Johnny Depp, and we're birthdays are both in March. We're in the same grade, and of course, the Johnny Depp movies, basically. You know, it's been different without Susie around. I think last night was our first gathering without her. Speaking staying up last night, even though you were just getting back on your hands early. If Susie would have been there, you would have been our next celebrate. The two of them have been together since the sixth grade. Well, you know what they say, while the cat's away, the mice will play. Yeah, right. Oh, come on. I was only kidding. And besides, Charlie and Susie are meant for each other. And Charlie's not really my type anyway. I've seen you at church staring at youth pastor weekend. Does he think he's a little bit too old for you? Hey, I like older men. And besides, he's only about 5 years older than us. I think you're just wanting something that you know you can't have, which makes him even more appealing. Here you go.
Thank you so much, guys. I surely appreciate it.
Hi, Dad. Yeah, I'm just hanging out with Carly from school. Okay, I'll be there right away. Bye, Dad. Sorry, my dad is right away. And what, yeah, I'm about to yeah, yeah.
Hey, before I go,
Oh, the same as yesterday, the day before last. But,
well, your order may have just ended. Director Mars wants to see us right after the course.
you know, grandma.
Now tell me, what brings you to like that makes no sense at all. See, I'm top of your class. That's you. And you were the best as far as those practical traits. Those real
No. It's, yeah, but it's little girl. So, we compared it to work.
I can see it because you're not a coach.
But, I am hoping I smell something bad happening.
Carl, what makes you think her mom is
She worked in hospital today. She wasn't at the food last night. I was saying I'm all week. It's all okay. Never been to Sunday movies since she lives here.
just no mom calling her. That doesn't mean that she'll be by her house.
Yes, I've done all of that. I'm trying to call her dad. That's what they everything.
How about a woman like you? Traveling home?
Mark, why are you wasting your time asking me this question? I know she's busy and I know something bad is happening.
Carl, things are awful. I had to see you all costs.
Yesterday around the week, I'm walking up, I make sure you're not calling me.
way I want you to play it out. Carl, there was no one home. There was no signs of forced entry, but there does appear to have been a struggle inside the house. I'm going to take you back home. I'm going to go to the office. I'm going to enter her, contact dispatch, and have her entered in the NCI system missing person. Also, will contact the FBI, report the two people missing. Hey, Joe, how's it going?
Well, let's just say this game.
No, that's a positive outlook.
Yes, I heard that years ago. I'll keep my blood pressure down. We have a new case, and I'm assigned it to you. Agent Lewis, just because we're a little cooperative doesn't mean that we're in town.
In Agent Lewis's defense, he was studying all the crime rates around here to find out where the evidence was.
That shows initiative and ambition. I like this. That's why I put you two together. Agent Matt here is proceeding agent. That way you can put your feet to the ground and get running.
Thank you, Fraser. In fact, this is a missing persons case in the town of Rayland, Kentucky. An 18-year-old female and her father went missing just a little under 24 hours ago. FBI's already involved.
No need to quote me the policy, Lewis. Rayland is a small town and has its own customs. Listen to everyone and trust no one. There's been a mystery that surrounds this area for years.
Sounds like you know this town, sir.
Luckily, we got this one early. Every minute counts. Everything you need to know is in the file. You can read it on your way to Rayland.
Missing person director? I'm not sure I'm the right person to be able to handle this case, especially after the last one.
Agent Richards, that's exactly why this is your case. You know every little backwoods nook and cranny in Kentucky.
Director, I think it would be better for Agent Lewis to.
Matt, you have the highest success rate in this office. You take the lead and show Agent Lewis the ropes.
Joe, I retire in 294 days. I was hoping that I could do something,
In the field where you belong, this girl needs the best. And you're it. Agent Lewis, you're dismissed. Agent Richards needs to stay a lot longer.
Yes, Director.
Lewis, you work hard and you'll be appropriately rewarded. There's no favoritism here. No one gets pampered, no matter who your father is.
Thank you, Fraser. I'll do my best.
Nat, Raylan has a strange history, so don't be surprised when something strange happens. Most importantly, watch each other's backs.
Joe, I've got this. I'll be sure to keep our guard up no matter what happens. Don't worry about living up to expectations. You just got to keep me around for 294 more days.
I'll do my best to do that. I'm going to run to my locker and get these things, and I'll be you lunch.
Tell
Okay?
you what, I'll do one better. I'll go ahead and sign us out of the car, and then I'll meet you up front.
Sounds great.
Come on, Curly. You know Susie's the only one for me. I would never do anything to her.
Oh, I know that.
So what's the long face about? Susie's on her way home. Jenny and Monica are about to show up here. I mean, I rarely see the four horsewomen apart from each other.
Jenny and her dad are both missing. I went to Deputy Mark today around lunchtime, and he's filling out a missing person report with the FBI. I hope they're okay.
did you get around Alex? He's there so much he practically lives there.
Oh, Mark was not the only one there when I was there.
Well, you have good timing. Deputy Mark is the only one in that whole office that I trust.
I hope you're right. Everyone at the sheriff's office is so nice to me. I trust him. Why don't you?
Carly, you trust everyone. I trust my gut. And that's why I don't trust as easily as you do. That's going to get you in trouble one of these days. You don't think Jenny and your dad could have just gone out to their house in West Virginia?
She never mentioned it. Even if she did have to leave, she would have told me, even if it was last minute. We're always talking on the phone and texting or on Facebook with each other.
Yes, Susie did mention the four of you do those sort of things together. I feel lucky when she'll spend any time with me. I feel like I have to make an appointment.
Oh, you really aren't that bad. I bet you're happy Susie will be back home tomorrow. I told her about you letting Jenny put her hand on your knee. She says she's got something for you.
Oh, I totally forgot about Jenny doing that at the campfire the other night. You know, the holler has been pretty quiet lately. Look if there's any truth to that old soul picker story.
It's only a story. I wish Jenny and Susie were here. I feel so much better.
Well, Lewis, what do we have in the files on this case?
Looks like we have an 18-year-old female and her father. They were both reported missing by her friend. And she was last seen by that same friend on Sunday, which is now about 26 hours ago.
Yes. Director Barnes wants us to get on this case and get it solved as soon as possible.
Understood. And it also says that she is a senior in high school. She's an honor roll student. She's active with the church and volunteers of Humane Society.
Sounds like an outgoing person. What was the name of the friend that reported her missing?
Miss Carly Monroe is the one who reported her. She's also 18 years old, and they go to school together, and it appears that they're involved in the same activities together.
So, we've got an 18-year-old reporting another 18-year-old missing. But what else do you have in the file?
Let's see. The deputy was a Mark Moreland, and he took the missing report from the girl. This is strange, though. There's nothing in the file about the father. Just the girl.
But you know, that's odd. Director Barnes gave us this case, which refers to one missing person. And he must have given the other case to another team missing people. What else does it say in the file?
Yes, it also says that the Wells family had just moved to town about 6 months ago. I don't think that's very relevant, though, do you?
You see, most of the details, whether they're small or large, are very important to the investigation. You know, most of my missing people cases, we find them before because we pay exact attention to those small little details. Like I said, whether they're small or they're large, either one.
Now you're starting to sound like Sherlock Holmes.
So, I guess that makes you my Watson. Is there anything else about Raylan in that file?
No, but I can Google it. Give me just a second. Looks like Raymond, Kentucky has a population of about 5,062 as of the last census report. It's located in the Appalachian Mountains and was at one time a mining town until the last mine closed in 1966.
Okay, this is a small town, which means that probably people have to leave here to be able to find work. You know, see, in a town like this, everybody knows everybody. And that might go to us being able to solve this case a little quicker.
You know, my thoughts exactly. Somebody in this town has to know something. I think Director Barnes was right when he told us that we would need to keep on our toes and watch each other's backs.
GPS says we're about 15 minutes out of town. I guess we need to give Deputy Moreland a call so that way we can get together.
service?
Deputy Moreland, this is Agent Richards, getting real close to Raylan now. So I want to see if there's any way that we could get hooked up maybe in the morning.
Yes. Director Barnes called the office today and told us that y'all are going to be in town. I've been here waiting at the hotel for about an hour or so.
Well, okay. Agent Lewis and I will be there in just a few minutes.
Okay, I'll see you then. Bye.
What's going on?
Deputy Moreland's already at the hotel. I was hoping we could get hooked up somewhere to get something to eat, but I guess the clock's ticking.
Welcome to Raylan. I'm Deputy Mark Moreland.
Good evening, Deputy Moreland. I am Agent Richards, and this is Agent Lewis from the FBI. We're here to assist you and help whatever way we can.
Greetings. We were hoping that we might get a little bite of something to eat before we get started. It's a long trip for us.
Hey, that sounds great. We could go over to the lounge, grab a bite to eat. We could discuss a plan of attack and try to locate the whale machine. We need to try to do this ASAP. I've never worked with the FBI before.
So, have there been any developments at all? Anything you're aware of?
Gateway Work Traffic Citation.
Deputy, any chance for us meeting up with Carly tonight?
No, she's staying inside. She's pretty upset about her friend being missing. I can give her a call, see if she can maybe.
Just between us, I think that maybe more has had enough candy for the both of us.
I think he's just excited about working with the FBI.
You're probably right.
Okay, it's Sid. She's going to come in and meet with us first thing in the morning.
Well, gentlemen, you all wouldn't mind. I think that I'm going to go on up to the room. Deputy, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Matt, I'll see you.
I'll see you in a bit.
Wow. Phew. If I'd have known that's the kind of partner I'd have with the FBI, I'd have left this town a long time ago.
Now remember, your dad is a light.
Getting many disrespects.
Well, who are you talking to?
Well, there's got to be some kind of closed circuit camera or some kind of feed to the director of the FBI.
No, I haven't seen Jenny. That's just not like her. I'm meeting with Deputy Mark and the two FBI agents in the morning. I'm getting ready to go feed Lance his supper and give him a good brushing. So you'll be home tomorrow sometime, right? Don't worry. I won't tell Charlie that you're coming home early tomorrow. Okay. See you later. Bye. Lance, I know something's going on, and I know it's going to be Susan will be back tomorrow. That's a good thing. Charlie isn't expecting Susan's house later on this week. He's going to be really surprised. I really hope Jenny's okay and her dad are just out somewhere. Lance, you're such a good boy and a great listener. I'm really scaring myself thinking about the stories of your caller.
Well, thank you all very much for watching the show tonight.
Thank you all very much for watching the show tonight. Thank you all very much for watching the show tonight. Thank you all very much for watching the show tonight. Thank you all very much for watching the show tonight. Thank you all very much for
A lot of background noise. So hope you enjoyed it as much as we did making it, and post another episode in 2 weeks at 8 o'clock. That's a horrible noise. So thank you, and hope you all have a great evening. Bye. Done. You can let him out, baby. It's done. Well, that's just- just a 400.